Hello family and welcome to another Domingueros vlog. In today's video, as you have seen in the title, we are going to be seeing the other side of the coin, something completely different from what I usually show in my videos. Since at the end of the day, I like to show eccentricities and luxury, but the reality is that not everything is like that. And in fact, in the country where I am today, in Mexico, unfortunately what I show you is a small percentage. So in today's video, what we are going to be doing is driving more than an hour and a half from Mexico City, which is where I am today, so we can see how people live in poverty, that is the 50% of the population. You're listening, right? But unfortunately, the most shocking thing is that 20% of the population lives in extreme poverty, which is what we are going to be seeing in today's video. Unfortunately, this situation is due to the great corruption that exists not only in Mexico, but in many parts of the world where we find a society that is completely unequal. And as we can see day after day, there are many people who are earning a lot of money and others people who have nothing. Obviously, the global objective of society is for the middle class to be the largest. But unfortunately for some and fortunately for others, that is not a reality. And this is a clear example since people are paying taxes, and these taxes are not being distributed correctly in society because we find families that do not have money to live or to eat or to be under a roof. So, to give my channel a change of scenery, I have decided to contribute a little to society because it is something that you have asked me a lot for, which is something that I do anyway, but I don't think it is necessary to show on camera, but, well, it is always good to contribute to society. So today I have decided to buy groceries for an entire family and go into a community of poverty to see how they feel and interview them, and to see what their point of view is on this whole situation. So without further ado, let's take action. Pantry Maid. In fact, this is the well-known basic basket that has eggs, has beans, has oil, has milk. They have basic things to be able to, at the end of the day, a family survives. It will be a pleasure to be able to help them, and it is the least that I can do. And in fact, he told me to come prepared, so those boots are neither Gucci nor Prada, but they can withstand any walk. Wait, Pare, we have good Yule here. What's up, brother?
How are you, my Dom?
A pleasure, a pleasure.
The pleasure is mine, Dom.
For those who don't know who Yule is, he's basically my other side of the coin. He is a YouTuber who is dedicated to teaching a little about the humble side of society, the reality. He makes traveling documentaries, for example, with 5 pesos throughout Mexico. And I think it is very interesting to be able to combine us, since at the end of the day, I am dedicated to teaching eccentricities, wealth, and he is dedicated to teaching a little about what poverty is. And the other reality that exists in Mexico, which unfortunately is the large percentage, right?
Well, today we invited Dom. Dom, we come from a community very far from the city. A few days ago, I uploaded a video about extreme poverty here in Mexico. Dom really liked that video. It sounded very interesting. That day, I promised to give them a mattress so that they could sleep in better conditions. What better time to bring in the good Dom to see the other side of the wealth? I have told Dom how these people live, and thanks to Dom, he has achieved all this, and boy, it's a lot.
It is the least I could do, since I have the opportunity to be in their house, because at the end of the day, they have given us the pleasure of being able to see their lifestyle. What less than being able to give them a little? And well, basic foods, right? All that is eggs, beans, oil, water.
My Dom, meet Mixley. Mixley is the owner of the entire property. She owns this house. She lived here and once again gave us the opportunity to come to her house. Meet Mixley, my Dom.
A pleasure to be here. Thank you for opening the door for us. And well, see a little of the lifestyle that exists here. As you can see, it is a very basic lifestyle, far from the city, where they barely have drinking water, where they often even have problems getting electricity, and many of the raw materials and basic things that we take for granted, but that many people unfortunately do not have access to.
Look, if we can appreciate Dom, back here is the kitchen that they cook. If you want to come and see. Look, Dom, here, as you can see, is a very small place. Mixley and her family cook here. It is made up of several people. Here, I don't know if they're in your Nurka boots. There are some. There they are, a crecule.
This is where they make the fire, right? How many people are you cooking for at this place? 3 to 3 people, and then they have different kitchens, because we have seen that well, how this entire area is divided between different families, correct? It is also a way to be able to save, sharing with different families.
What happens here, my Dom, is that pure family lives here. That is to say that everyone sometimes has arguments, and well, I think that everyone stay in
their own area.
But check. Here you can see your table, as it is in very basic condition.
Exact. This is literally done through logs.
Look, he almost fell.
So you have to be careful. Well, obviously you need rehabilitation because that could fall at any time.
Yes, my Dom, check the structure. It is made of rods.
And in fact, think that this is a kitchen and it is made of wood, which could burn at any moment.
I think that in a hailstorm, my Dom could fall.
Hey, Mixley, approximately how much did it cost you to build all this?
Like 300 for the damage.
Wow, they are going to show us the bedroom, which is where several people sleep.
And look, Dom, this is where they live. As you can see, the walls, the roof are basic.
This is compressed sawdust, and from what I see, you also have a fly problem, right? Since they live between nature and animals, they obviously don't have a protection system against animals, right? And from what I'm seeing, the rooms are also open, so a lot of air must enter, a lot of cold. How do you do it in winter?
We keep it closed in case we put cardboard or aluminum foil in it.
Of course, since it's summer now, they open it more, but when you're in winter, what you do is insulate it with materials, and you don't have any heating system other than wood, right? And where do you get the wood from?
Well, they made these rooms for us. Government.
Oh, so this house is made by the government. But you also maintain it, right? With his own hands. Although it's good to know that the government also helps these types of people, right? That at the end of the day, well, they need help more than anyone else.
Look, my Dom, you can see the entrance there. The entrance, therefore, does not have much security. You have come across thousands of houses with thick ironwork doors. But this time, we have what is plywood. This is called compressed sawdust, friends. I don't know if there are any in Spain.
Well, at the end of the day, also, since they come here far away, I don't think that you don't have crime, right? Here?
Sometimes.
Sometimes they break into you. Wow.
Well, that's my Dom. It's not a very big room. It's about a 2x2 room.
And who sleeps here?
My children, me and my husband and my mother-in-law.
That is 4 people are sleeping here. Wow.
It's a double bed, my Dom. In fact, if we can sit down, you see, practically you and I would sleep uncomfortably. Now imagine 4 people sleeping here. It's kind of impressive, isn't it?
Yes. But hey, at the end of the day, I guess they have to adapt, right? They also have the privilege of having a roof over their heads, because there are people who unfortunately do not even have that privilege.
Okay, my Dom, now we are going to pass you where they relieve themselves, if you like to come here.
Come on.
Here are some latrines where they do their physiological needs. Look, this is a little dirty because, as I tell them, they have to walk 2 kilometers to find water. If you can appreciate, look so you can see. It's a latrine. It's literally a hole. When it is completely filled, they cover it with earth.
The hygiene system here must be very complicated because think that just to bring water, you need to travel 2 hours, round trip.
Yes, here they must literally carry with jugs with a stick, literally like Jesus Christ. If you have seen the Passion of Christ, they carry a stick like this. They carry it like this, carrying the water. It is something impressive, since we consume, what, 3 liters, my Dom?
Something as simple as turning on the faucet and water coming out. For these people, it is a great sacrifice, and it is something very complicated to obtain. Like electricity, among others, many energies. And in this case, where would they store the water?
Look, here they have a container well known as a rotoplas. If you want, come.
We'll see.
This is where they store water. It's a rotoplas, as I told you. It have 1,000 liters of capacity, but it is very difficult to fill it.
Exactly, right? And I can imagine that transporting all the water to fill this must be super complicated.
Yes, as you can see, it is half empty. You imagine it, Dom. On a daily basis, you go to carry water.
No, it's something I can't imagine. This is something that was done many years ago, but unfortunately many people continue to experience it.
And look, Dom, here we have the place where they wash their clothes. You can see that one needs to kneel to be able to carve it and hit it hard and clean the dirt. How do you see, Dom?
This is literally how my grandmother lived many years ago. But obviously today, all the modernization of society has allowed us to have accessories such as the washing machine, such as household appliances that help us. But obviously, if you look at the budget, it's a reality. And there are no rivers around here, right? So they have to do it manually from the water they collect.
Imagine, my Dom, as I had told you, they also have to carry water for 2 kilometers just to wash a piece of clothing.
Exact.
That's incredible stuff, friends.
Here we realize the value of water and the basic things of life.
Maybe the people who are watching us are from other countries and live in better conditions. But here in Mexico, almost half of the people live like this.
Exact. Surprisingly. And this is something that is little talked about. And that is why, at the end of the day, I wanted to show it. Because it is also a reality. And just because I show it in luxury does not mean that we should not also support this lifestyle and do as much as we can. At the end of the day, what we want with this video is not only to show the lifestyle, but also to spread it and help them. At the end of the day, that's what we're doing. And I wish we could do it in a more massive way, because at the end of the day, we are helping 4 families, but, as you have said, more than 50% of the population unfortunately lives in these conditions.
Yes, my Dom, everything, but absolutely the entire property is made of land, look.
Well, obviously there is no asphalt.
There is no asphalt.
It is not enabled to live. It has been completely improvised.
And look, my friend, here we are in another room. It is a little bigger, but if you can see, the bed is individual. 3 people sleep here, but the bed is individual. But here is this part, which could be said to be how they use it to store things.
The mattress is going to be perfect here, which I bring them anyway. So look, little by little, it is also the fact of being able to contribute, right? And something I'm seeing here is also the hygiene measures. Well, obviously, because the live in nature, the best conditions don't come, and that can also make them sick, right? In fact, how far is the nearest hospital from here?
Like 15, 20 minutes.
But walking?
No, by car.
Well, obviously they don't have a car.
Yes.
So it must be very complicated to obtain medicines for them, and let's leave aside the conditions in which they live, but the opportunities they have to have raw materials, basic materials, as we were saying before.
Here, one way they sustain their lives is by selling mountain land.
And well, as you can imagine, a large part of their income is through agriculture and animals, because that is what happens, since they are living in the middle of nature. So, not only for their own self-sufficiency, but if there is surplus, they can sell it to their surroundings. And what do you use this for, the little pig?
Feed this little pig so that in a few months it will be big and eat it.
Poor. Well, yes, it is a survival method, and at the end of the day, both plants and animals have to be fed so that they can then feed the family. So this suckling pig is going to be a stew in a few months. He calmed down now. We became friends. The truth is that for those who don't know, I am a pig lover. I've always liked them since I was little, so it's a pleasure for me. I enjoy a little pig more than many eccentricities. So I leave it to you.
Oh, really? Are they your favorite animals?
It's my favorite animal. Look how beautiful it is.
His name is my brave little pig.
Yeah?
Is brave.
So brave. I like. I certainly wouldn't be able to eat it. Once they serve you the dish, it's one thing, but seeing it like this is very sad, right?
Yes, it is very tender.
So, well, we are not going to bother him. We are going to return him. And as we have said before, obviously they have animals, they have chickens, so they can also have eggs, and to be able to feed the family. No. The truth is that it is shocking to see how they have built this, which at the end of the day, as they have told us, is built with the help of the government, with the taxes it is paying. But at the same time, we also have to take into account that at any moment a rain or a hailstorm can take it away, right?
Yes, just imagine how the wind takes away palm trees. It takes away trees. Now, this house that is literally buried rods.
It's 4 sticks, well, as they could. Literally, no matter how bad it sounds, it is reality and without any type of protection. Well, we see here that it has some chains, but I really don't know what need the neighbors would have to enter because, well, at the end of the day, it's not like they can steal something.
But something private, but it's something shocking to see the atmosphere. It really makes me feel a lump in my throat.
Although I show everything I show for luxury and motivation, at the end of the day, we also have to be humble and we have to help other people. Because at the end of the day, we are all in the same community, and it is unfair that some have so much and others have so little. After all, this is also the message we wanted to convey. Because all the extensions and all the luxuries are very good, but whenever we can, we must help. Not only to our families, but also to others. Since at the end of the day, we all deserve a decent life. To give you an idea, speaking with numbers more clearly, the 50% of the population lives with less than $10 per day. The 25% lives with less than $5 per day, and the 15% lives with less than $2 per day. Wow, I am certainly speechless. Thank you very much, Yule, for giving us access to... My family is watching us to see a little more than what you usually document. And I know that by making this video, I will probably get into controversy because I teach exactly the opposite. But at the end of the day, what I also want is to show you that really, even though I teach luxuries and eccentricities, not everything in life is money. Not all life is capitalism. And you also have to help other people to see their opinion, right? From your point of view.
I have never seen a Ferrari in my life, my Dom. I would like to...
You are going to see your dream come true, brother. If you want to see a Ferrari friend, that's it. I hope you liked this video. Leave a like if you want us to collaborate again, and you know, friends, be good to your family, your friends, and those with whom they surround you.
What's more, if this video reaches 80,000 likes, I'll take it to Tepito.
Look, I usually ask for likes. In this video, I wasn't going to ask for likes because obviously due to the conditions, but since the good Yule has done it, we're going to Tepito for 80,000 likes, do you think?
100,000 and at night?
Well, they're going to see me as blonde and white, and they're going to tell you?
No, we put some Band-Aids on you, and with that...
And with these boots, we are ready.
And then you have those New Yorker boots. The ones from are not Gucci, nor are they Prada, but, well, they are ready for anything.
Now, if you subscribe to the channel and click on the bell to see more content, I will leave your links in the description, and we will see you in the next video in just a few days until we see the family.